They had us in the first 3 quarters, not gonna lie. But that's exactly why he played for 60 minutes. MVP of the game definitely goes to Kevin Concepcion. Not only did he have 123 receiving yards, he also had the touchdown that completely turned the game around. And you heard what he said after the game. If no one else is going to do it, then why not him? Still though, we have a lot of improvement that we have to do before next week against Tennessee. Honestly, it's going to take some time to get used to not playing in our home stadium this year. But Devin Neal more than made up for it. The dude can literally not be tackled. And yes, I know it was Lyndon Wood's first ever game against an FBS opponent, but I'm a Kansas fan, so I just take every W I can get. Also, that performance from Jalen Daniels was exactly what I was hoping to see. He did play a little rough at the start, but he got into a groove, and then he dominated. Honestly, if he gets injured again this year, all it confirms is that God hates Kansas football. You heard what Drinkwitz said after the game. We're here to prove that last year wasn't a fluke, and well, you couldn't ask for a better start than that. Plus, I know everyone's just waiting for us to lose so they can call us overrated. Still, I am a little bit concerned about how we're going to fill up the running back spot after Cody Schrader left. But you still can't deny that Cook DeBerman is easily the best quarterback to wide receiver combo in the country. No doubt about it. What did I keep saying all of last year? When Cam Rising comes back, we'll dominate again. And look what happened. 5 straight touchdown passes in his grand return. He is a grown man. Literally, isn't he like 25 years old or something? Also good to see Brant Kuithe out there again. It's like he never left. Now all that I pray for is that this time when we inevitably make the college football playoff, we don't have to play in the Rose Bowl again. Because God knows we don't have a pig farmer to bail us out this time. Now that is the Jackson Arnold that I was hoping to see this season. People gave him entirely too much crap last year in the Alamo Bowl. I mean, come on, it was his first ever game. And how about that first half though, huh? First quarterback since Caleb Williams to throw 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions? Yeah, I think Oklahoma's gonna be alright this season. Wait. We scored 34 points in the second half? That's not in the script. Cade McNamara actually looked passable in this game? Even against an FCS team, that's actually still quite the surprise. Real shout out goes to the defense as usual. They're going to keep us in a lot of games this year. I don't get it. Why did everyone keep thinking that West Virginia's offense is just going to be able to run right over us? I mean, don't they know by now that the only teams we can lose to are Michigan and Ohio State? Also, that was the Nick Singleton that I was looking forward to seeing this season. And Drew Aller was actually slinging it all over the field. Dare I say it, but our offense actually looks good. Maybe even good enough to beat Ohio. Nope. Don't say it. Don't say it. You know it ain't week 1 of the college football season until we got Georgia blowing out an overhyped team in a de facto home game, baby. Hell, the only concern I had was that Carson Beck's Heisman hopes just took a little bit of a hit in this game. Our defense still looks as dominant as ever, no problem there. Now we just get to ride smooth till the Bama game. Go Dogs! I can't believe I actually fell for the hype. Man, the way Dabo was talking us up in the preseason, I thought this team was championship contenders. Are we really just the new Notre Dame? Just a team that's so overhyped and then gets blown out anytime we actually play a good team. If we don't make the playoffs, Dabo's gotta be done. There, I said it. Now just watch us lose to App State next week. Alright, I've seen enough. Just give Ayam Aliava the Heisman already. 314 passing yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half. Come on! And yeah, I know it was just Chattanooga, but trust me, we're gonna prove it wasn't a fluke when we play NC State next week. What was this I heard about us being upset by South Dakota State this week? I guess we just had to introduce him to Ollie Gordon to get the message across. Alan Bowman played an all-around great game. He did exactly what we needed to do. Just command the offense and slowly suffocate him to death. Not much else to say about this one. All around a great game. See, I told you we weren't gonna be frauds like last season. Either that or Florida's just much worse than we all thought. I personally give the MVP of this game to the defense. Florida's offense was put in the shoebox all game long. Looking at our schedule, we're actually in the all clear for the rest of the season. Maybe I'm just caught in the week 1 overhyping train, but an undefeated season actually looks like it's possible. Let's make it happen! Yeah, we're screwed. Did you see Arch Manning out there in the 4th quarter? Yeah, I know Quinn Ewers played a good game, but did you see Arch Manning out there? Did you see him? Did you see him? Did you see it? Anyways, enough of that. Let's go embarrass Michigan next week. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please introduce you to Jeremiah Smith. That's right, folks. The high-end talent of Ohio State wide receivers never ends. Sorry to disappoint you all. Also, Kyle McCord, nice recovery after the slow start in this one. I'm proud of you, man. Who even needs the pass when you got DJ Giddens and Avery Johnson's legs out there? And how about that defensive lockdown today, huh? Love to see that improvement out there from Toby Osunsami with those 1.5 sacks. And yes, I know what happened with Tulane last year, but I promise we're going to take him seriously this time. 6 touchdowns from Jackson Dart. 6 touchdowns in the first half. Just give him the Heisman right now. It'll save everyone a lot of time. We tied our own record for the most points ever scored in a game, and we somehow won up last year's season opener. This might honestly be the best offense we've ever had. If we can't make a run this year in the SEC in the playoffs, then I think it might honestly never happen. Well, Nick Saban may be gone, but at least the tradition of blowing out a team we paid millions of dollars to play still remains intact. Milroe only threw the ball 9 times, and we still put up 63 points. And Ryan Williams, he already looks like wide receiver 1. Just give him the spot. And now we've got South Florida next. I remember what happened last year. But trust me, this year, we're going to cream these guys. And it's probably because Tyler Buchner isn't going to be the quarterback this time around. Okay, maybe the quarterback situation is a bit more dire than I thought. Just a little. Either that or Fresno State's a very tough opponent to schedule. Trust me, there were still a lot of good parts that I saw out there. Mostly the defense. Thank you again, Will Johnson, for saving us at the end. But yeah, if Davis Warren struggles again next week, then it might be time to give Orgy Man a chance to play. Also, what happened to Donovan Edwards in this game? If he plays like that against Texas next week, we're going to be in some serious trouble. Overall, we've got a lot of improvement to do before next week. And if we lose, I'm just going to blame something else for this. Boom, baby! Now that's how you start a football season. What happened, Texas A&M? I thought the 12th man was supposed to be a hard place to play in. I thought you were fine without Riley Leonard, Mike. I thought that was no problem. Yeah, we'll be keeping him, thank you very much. You can stay with your elite replacement. Best win of the season so far. You can't convince me otherwise. And now we're pretty much in the clear to the Louisville game. It's good to be a winner. Well, I can certainly say that this game did not go the way I was expecting it to. Don't get me wrong, I expected this to be a low-scoring game. But what I didn't expect was for my future Heisman winner to play the worst game of his career at the literal worst possible time. Actually, no. It was the injury that threw Wigman off in this game. There's no way that he's only actually good against inferior opponents. On the positive note, though, I mean, looking at our schedule, we should at least be 4-1 by the time we play Missouri, so, that's something positive, right? I honestly don't even know what to say. I'm just as shocked as everybody else about this one. This is exactly why you never take an opponent lightly. You never know what can happen. I mean, how is it even possible for Dillon Gabriel to complete 41 of 49 passes for 380 yards and we only score 24 points? Still, look, trust me, we are still at least the second best team in the Big Ten. This game was just a fluke. And I promise we're going to prove that to you next week. Alright, game one review, offense, easy A+, Noah Fifita. Proved that last year wasn't a freshman fluke. And for Christ's sake, just give T-Mac the Offensive Player of the Week award. On the other hand, the defense gets a D-. You realize that New Mexico lost to Montana State last week, right? This was supposed to be an improvement from last year, and so far all it looks like is we're going to be in a lot of high-scoring games this season. But first, let me just reiterate one more time. Please let T-Mac be in the conversation for best wide receiver in college football. Miller time, baby! Let's go! Y'all should already know LSU can't win on a Sunday night. And how about that defense, man? If this was last year, we would have easily given up 49 points in this game. And yet we locked down, held them to 20, and got a stop every time we needed to in the fourth quarter. I thought Lincoln Riley was done, everybody. I thought he was done. I thought he couldn't coach anymore, huh? Yeah, the only idiot out there was Brian Kelly, am I right? Hell, the only bad thing about this game is all those people on Twitter saying that Miller's better than Caleb. If Caleb had this year's defense, we would have gone all the way last year. There's no question about it. Fight on! Why do we keep scheduling Sunday games again? Because it never really seems to work out in our favor. Well, at least we're good at keeping up our annual tradition of losing the first game of the season. What is it? 5 years in a row now? Wait, let's see. Mississippi State, UCLA, Florida State. Yeah, 5 years in a row? 5 years in a row! How many years in a row are we going to keep getting the same goddamn Brian Kelly facial expression memes on Twitter because he keeps out coaching himself every year? Why do we keep running the ball? Why do we keep forcing running the ball? Nussmeier was playing fine all game long. USC's defense couldn't stop him every time he threw it, but no, you got to run the ball on first down. You got to run the ball on second down, and then you force him into a 3rd and long situation. What are we doing? Oh man, I'm going to need some Advil after that one.